Hello, dear fans, friends, and subscribers. This is your host Ram on with you on Sunday on this Cricket Happening show. But unfortunately, as you know, the final day's play in the first Test match between England and India got rained off, and that ended with four WTC points to both the teams. So 4 points each to India and England. But well, one definitely thought that the public and all the audience were totally robbed of some nice cricket, some interesting cricket that could happen. Unfortunately, as I said, it could not happen, and everyone were robbed of it because one thought it's going to be an exciting final day. Well, India definitely favorites, no doubt about it. But definitely, I thought it could have been a good battle between bat and ball, cloudy conditions. Probably, there could have been many things happening, but unfortunately, we did not see anything, which is a shame, unfortunately. But that's how it stands. So we will come back to that later, just to see if at all this game would have gone on, what could have really happened, some events that could have happened in this particular game. But now, since there's not much cricket, let's go on to Bangladesh versus Australia. Tomorrow is the final T20 of the series, and for Australia too, this is a very important match. The reason being, this is their last T20 game before they head to the T20 World Cup. So it's something that Australia have to see to it that they go and once again repeat what they did in the 4-3-20, and that is to go and win the match. I'm not looking at any changes in the Australian team. Matthew Wade. Now, Matthew Wade, let's talk about Matthew Wade. Now, Matthew Wade, as a captain of the Aussie team, to me, has been a failure because he has not contributed with the bat. He has probably made some single digit scores or some double digit scores, but not even made a single 50. And that really says, as a captain, you definitely need to lead the way. And Matthew Wade, even though he's an opener, he's an aggressive opener, we all know, but he has not been able to get in terms with the slowness of the pitch. And we have seen that this pitch has been pretty slow. The ball was gripping, and over and above that, it was turning. So it was definitely this series one has seen. This is the lowest score in T20 history, one could say, as far as a 5-match series is concerned, according to me. So Matthew Wade has been in the horror form, and one would be hoping that Matthew Wade is the one tomorrow who could really lead from the front. And I'm looking forward to Matthew Wade getting into run business tomorrow. Ben McDermott has looked good, but not very good, I would say, probably in patches, but he needs to do more. Ben McDermott is renowned, is a very big hitter in the Big Bash League in Australia. And Ben McDermott, I would say that Ben McDermott should fancy himself and walk down to the spinners and put them down in the stands. I know it's probably easy to talk here with the slowness of the pitch, but Ben McDermott has to get in terms of the pitch. Mitchell Marsh, definitely, for me, Mitchell Marsh is someone the Australians will have a lot of expectations. Moises Henriques also has to get a bit of going there. He was unfortunate to be run out the other day. Alex Carey is a good player. Ashton Turner. Now, Dan Christian. Now, looking at what has transpired, I'm sure Bangladesh probably are not going to make the blunder of giving the spinners, or probably giving Shakib Al Hasan the ball when Dan Christian walks to the crease. And I wouldn't be surprised in this case because Dan Christian, we have seen him in the West Indies, we have seen him in the Bangladesh. He was brought into the team basically because of his big hitting skills and his bowling. But Dan Christian, coming lower down the order, puts too much of pressure on him. I think Dan Christian is someone who should be sent, or probably one does not know, because as you know, Dan Christian came and smashed Shakib Al Hasan for 5 sixes in an over, and that was in the power play overs. So probably Australia would have a ploy. If they lose a wicket in the power play, then Dan Christian might walk in. But I think Dan Christian, irrespective of whether there is a power play or there is no power play, I would look forward to Dan Christian once again coming in one drop to upset the rhythm of the bowlers. Probably Pakistan. I mean, as I said, the Bangladesh captain might be very smart, Mahmudullah. He might probably bring in his trump card, Mustafizur Rahman, into the mix, just to see to it that Daniel Christian is kept quiet. But it'll be interesting to see what really is the ploy tomorrow. But definitely, Dan Christian looked dangerous the other day. Ashton Turner is also a good bat. Ashton Agar kept his cool in a composed and cool, calm and composed manner. Took them to victory. Andrew Ty, Mitchell Sweepson has already he has already shown that he should have been a part of this Australian team right away. According to me, Australia should not, after looking at the pitch as to how things were going on, Australia should have realized that they need to, as you know, Bangladesh were going with 3 spinners. So I believe that Australia should also do the same. They should have Ashton Agar, they already have him. Mitchell Sweepson should be a certainty. And I think they should also bring in Adam Zampa into the mix. Now, it will be interesting to see who could lose out if Adam Zampa comes, because you require your main strike bowlers. I'm sure probably there's a talk going on. Hazelwood would probably be rested, so Mitchell Stark will be in the mix as well. So whether I don't know how they are going to slot him. But yes, with Ashton Turner, the spinner there, I don't think Adam Zampa will probably find a chance because they already got 3 spinners. So I think that should be it as far as Australia is concerned. Now, let's look at the Bangladesh team. Now, looking at the Bangladesh setup here, not expecting much of a change. Mohammad Naeem, normally an aggressive player at the top of the order, was struggling, but he tried to rein himself in with wickets going, which was a good thing. But again, he could not go on. That was the key. Soumya Sarkar has disappointed a bit after getting a man of the match and the player of the series against Zimbabwe in Zimbabwe. So he has to really, get it up a notch. Shakib Al Hasan and Mahmudullah will be the key figures in Bangladesh. If at all Bangladesh want to finish it off with 4-1. Mahedi Hassan, Afif Hussain has definitely shown he's a very good talent emerging from Bangladesh. Shamim Hussain, has really crashed out. He has not been able to really do what he is expected of. Nurul Hassan was a goner pretty quickly the other day. The spinners have been. Let's talk about the spinners. Definitely have been doing a good job, no doubt about it. But look at Mustafizur Rahman. He has been making life absolutely difficult for the Aussie batsman. His cutters have been gripping. The ball is probably coming slower onto the bat than the batsman expects, and they are getting foxed. It's not easy to force the pace against this bloke, Mustafizur Rahman, as Daniel Christian has already mentioned that. Also, Moises Enriquez went on to mention that as well. Shariful Islam has looked very good. I thought he has been the find, as I said, on the Zimbabwean tour, and he has continued. Probably not to not to what one could have still, but definitely also looking at the quality of the opposition than Zimbabwe. One has to say Shariful Islam has bowled well. So that's what it is all about. So really waiting for it to see what happens. So Australia, as I said, is the last match for them before the T20 World Cup, and I'm sure they would like to leave Bangladesh in a bit of a, even though they might be drooping a bit with Bangladesh having won the series, but for Australia probably they would like to take the flight by going on a winning note from here. So one has to wait and watch as to what really transpires tomorrow at the stadium where it is going to be played. It is going to be at Dhaka. It's 8 a.m. It's a morning start. It's going to be played in the morning. It's 8 a.m. start in Bangladesh. So, but I think it's going to be an interesting match. Let's talk about the next game. We are talking about the 100 men's competition. The 100 men's competition yesterday, in the meanwhile, the 22nd match of the Oval is right now, it's an inspection going on, I suppose. Um, the toss has been delayed over there. The match between Oval Invincibles and Trent Rockets, which was probably to begin at 2 p.m., but definitely that's not to be. It's really taking some time. Inspection is going on. As I said, in England, it has been raining a bit now, so one does not know when the match will start. But before that, let's go to one match that happened yesterday in the 100 men's competition. The match was played between the Northern Superchargers and the Southern Braves, and the victors were Southern Braves by 5 wickets. A very, very low scoring game at that, one could call. The Northern Superchargers batted first, putting up 128 for 6 of their allotted 100 balls. If you look at the batting card there, Adam Lith was out for naught. Chris Lynn making 26 of 22, 4 boundaries. Willie made 24 of 18, 2 4s and 1 6. Dane Villas played a good hand. He was the highest scorer, not out on 35, 24, 1 4, 1 6. And there was not much to really talk about, as 128 for 6 was the final tally. The bowling, Garton at 1 for 21. Danny Briggs bowled well, 20 balls, 28 runs and 2 wickets. Tymal Mills, who definitely Morgan, and looking at the England team, as I said, they have lost the services of Jofra Archer for the T20 World Cup. Morgan, even before even before the 100 men's competition, the England captain Morgan has already sort of given not a suggestion, he has given a sort of a hint that Tymal Mills, according to him, is a very good death bowler and he would like to use him. So one thing is that, as you know, England captain is Morgan, and he has the backing of the captain. So Tymal Mills will be someone who would be definitely eyed. He has been doing a good job. And once again, on 20 balls, he gave 17 runs and picked 1 wicket. Lintott, 20 balls, 27 runs, 1 wicket. Chris Jordan, 15 with 19 runs and 1 wicket. Southern Brave were given a target of 129. There was a bit of a dawdle, but barring one man who really took the attack by the scruff of the neck, as we call, it was Quinton de Kock, hitting 72 runs of 45 balls with 9 4s and 1 6s, and he was there till the end of the innings, carrying his bat all through not all through the 100 balls, but 95 balls when the victory came by 5 wickets. But Quinton de Kock was the sole guy who was really giving it back to the Northern Superchargers bowlers. So nice knock, and a winning knock at that, which won him the Man of the Match award, Quinton de Kock. And the strokes were all crisp, and they were all played in a very nice manner. But definitely with chasing only 129, as I said, it was a dawdle. I mean, it was really the innings dwindled, one could say, because Sterling was out for 20 of 12 balls, 2 4s and 1 6 were replaced, I suppose. James Vince was clean bowled by Rashid Khan for 8 of 12 deliveries, 1 4. Alex Davis left for 14 of the bowling of Rashid. Whitley lost his stumps to Lith for 1. Granholm lost his stump. And there was a real pressure. I mean, they were 109 for 5 after 71 balls. But definitely with Quinton de Kock there in full colors, there was nothing to really worry about. Chris Jordan, make sure that he would be there with Quinton de Kock when the end came. He did that, not out on 10 of 7 deliveries, with 1 6, which was the winning hit. It was a massive hit from Chris Jordan into the stands. And that was the victory by 5 wickets the win was for the Southern Braves, who won the match. And bowling, Willie did his job, 5 balls, 9 runs, no wicket. Matty Potts, 10 balls, 17 runs, no wicket. Mujibur Rahman, 20 balls, a bit of costly, I thought, Mujibur Rahman. Karsey, 10 balls, 15 runs, 1 wicket. Adil Rashid, it's not Rashid Khan. I really made an error there. Not Adil Rashid, it was Adil Rashid, the leggy. 20 balls, 19 runs, 2 wickets. Adam Lith, 223. And Ben Rain, none for 13. So in the meanwhile, I will have a look at the other match as to what is happening, whether the match has started or not. Let's have a look and see whether the game is on or not. The 22nd match, there seems to be. Let's see. Let's refresh it and see whether this particular match between Oval Invincibles and Trent Rockets is going to be on now. So let's have a look and see what really is happening. I don't see any play coming up. Still, I think the umpires are really having a chat, and it has things are not looking any rosy, one could call, but definitely we are looking at what could be in store. But anyway, there's nothing to really talk about. I don't think I've been a position to give any cricket commentary because the game is not on, which is pretty much understood. But I would like to go back to the India game and just wanting to, sort of an like an imaginary thing. 52 for none yesterday. We had Cheteshwar Pujara looking good yesterday when he came out of a shell. In the sense, normally we know Cheteshwar Pujara is normally who likes to plod around, but he had a different approach yesterday, and that really shows that the Indians were really going for it in an aggressive manner. With Cheteshwar Pujara hitting 3 boundaries, which was good to see. And probably, yes, the challenge would have been there for India because, as I said, it rained, wet conditions a bit, cloudy too. So definitely we know that what James Anderson can do. So maybe would have had a nice, interesting battle there between bat and ball. Rohit Sharma had not hit a single boundary yesterday, and probably today he might have decided that today is the day for him to play his strokes and allow Cheteshwar Pujara to probably go into a bit of a shell. But that was not to be. So, well, it didn't. The game didn't happen. I'm just imagining as to what could have happened. All eyes would have been on Virat Kohli and Anderson battle. Anderson picking him out for golden duck in the first innings. So all eyes would have been on that first delivery that James Anderson would be bowling to Virat Kohli. There would have been a bit of a goosebumps, I reckon, for Virat Kohli as well, with all the pressure, with all the public there in England. As you know, the crowds have been, and it is a shame really, because today it was a sort of a memorial for a cricketer by the name Nurse, I suppose. Yesterday I heard on the com box from Michael Holding, but unfortunate that the game did not go through. Also, another thing is that so Virat Kohli would have been good, and also we could have probably seen a truncated day's play. Probably there was a feeling that play probably would be there, and probably the overs would have been shortened. We would have had a sort of a dash there, probably not a real dash, but probably a bit of a dash. And India definitely have the wherewithal to deliver. We have Rishabh Pant, who could really go and collar the bowling on his day. And then we have Ravindra Jadeja, who uses his bat like a rapier. So there could have been some real fun out there. Not discounting any chances for England as well, because as I said, the conditions would have been in favor of them. Nice cloudy conditions, the ball would have moved about. Ollie Robinson is a good bowler. I mean, it would have not been easy for India for sure, but we would have had probably a battle. India might have lost 3 or 4 wickets, and there would have been a bit of pressure. So real interest would have been picked, according to me, and we'd have had some nice battle around with the bat and ball. But very unfortunately, all that didn't happen, and it was a real shame that this first Test match had to end. I thought, looking at it, I would say England are a bit lucky there to actually get that 4 points, because if India would have gone out with that match, they would have won the match. I mean, looking at the way things were, definitely one could say that India were definitely favorites to win this match, because yesterday 50 runs had already been scored, so only 157 to get. Yes, it's not a small score on a 5th day, a wicket, no doubt, but still, I thought Indians were on Indians would have been really favorites, still favorites over there. England would have had an outside chance, I'm not denying that, but 4 points shared. Well, I thought England are a bit lucky here that 4 points were shared, but now it's all over. So the focus shifts on to the second Test match which is coming up on Thursday. It's going to be played at the Lord's Cricket Ground. I don't think we are going to have a lot of rain as what happened in Trent Bridge. So definitely it should be a game on in the second test match, which will be coming up on Thursday. Well, dear fans and subscribers, I have still not got any update. I'm trying to see whether there are any updates from the match. There's no updates, dear fans. 22nd match at the Oval 100 men's competition has been stopped. The toss has not gone through due to rain. Oval Invincibles are taking on the Trent Rockets. We all the Trent Rockets have been an absolute role in this competition. They are on the top of the heap as far as the competition is concerned. Trent Rockets have really shown they are on the top of the standings, I suppose. Trent Rockets, so they would have been really raring to go, no doubt about it. So one has to unfortunately say that it has been a bit of a damper today as far as cricket is concerned. But let's look forward to tomorrow's match between Bangladesh and Australia, the final T20, whether the Aussies can actually take a win under the belt, one more win under the belt, and leave for Australia. Well, and as I said, the only reason I say that is because it's the last match before the Aussies probably would not be playing any T20 matches before the T20 World Cup. So that says it all for this particular cricket show of mine, dear fans, friends, subscribers, and look forward to your company once more, not tomorrow, but next week when I come back on a Saturday and Sunday to recount all the cricket events. And also, as I normally say on my cricket show, on weekdays, your best bet would be my Twitter page at Ram574. Go to my Twitter page and you can enjoy some cricket tweets of mine. Besides, I also post a lot of cricket videos on that. So you could even look at it, even go for some yesteryear videos, probably ranging from probably the 1960s, 1964, 74, 76, all the way. I mean, I have a sort of a library of cricket videos on Twitter, on YouTube as well. You can go over there, skim through it if you're a very, very hardcore cricket fan, and enjoy some yesteryear matches as well. Well, dear fans, friends, and subscribers, that is on the weekdays, as I said. Other than that, you will see me in all flesh and blood on Saturdays and Sundays. So this being said, it's goodbye from my studios here in Toronto. Thank you.